Alright everyone, here we go. We're taking a look at the Mercury 9. This is the conclusion video. I got all the lights on in the room so we can take a look and see what she looks like under light and dark conditions. Got a bright LED lamp over here. A couple of things I do want to fix on it very soon. The glue left a few glossy spots, so that needs to be fixed. I got a guy over here who's fallen over. I haven't figured out how to fix this thing yet. This light bulb here, if I fuss with it, you can see it blinking on and off. I just don't know why it does that. Okay. You can see all these engines are pulsing. Ooh, this one's not pulsing. Must have burned out. That one's working. That one's working. That one quit. Let's try something. She's been on for a while. Maybe we need to restart it. Yep, one of my engines quit working. Wow. Not a happy thought. Okay. You can see the windows are working on the rocket ship. C-130 dome is flashing. Little people here. This guy got drunk and fell over. Packages going in and out. Again, I need to spray it with a dull coat. Street lights are all working. Osprey looks good there. Radar safety lights flashing. All in all, everything came out really well. Okay. I'm going to put the camera down on a tripod real quick so I can talk to you guys. Alright. There we go. Camera's plugged in. Drop her down a little bit so I can sit. And I'll come back with the lights out and do a flyover. This model. You can tell I've been working in the garage. This model. The buildings were good. The photo etch set from Paragraphics, excellent. I didn't use all of it, but what was there fit the bill really well. It was in scale with the buildings. Beautiful. The set from TSDS, don't bother. The only thing I used were the screens for the background in the control center. The 1/350 scale support groups and stuff like that from this company. Nice. They're in scale. They're well detailed. They're model kits. They're 10, 15 parts each when they're that big. Okay? But they are nice. So if you're building a 1/350 scale modern naval ship or just some sort of display somewhere, they're good. The C-130 I got from the Arsenal could be better, but it could be a lot worse. I mean, it's in scale. It looks good. Trying to light that thing was fun because I kept having trouble with it. The Mercury 9 itself, bad seam work on it. I mean, just bad. The seams don't line up right. You've got a few issues here and there with panel lines doing this. Okay? Nice design, fits the bill, huge rocket ship, sitting ready, it looks the part. Just, you're going to put some work into it to get it done. So on a scale of 1 to 10, the model itself, the model set, I give it about an 8, 7. It's not perfect, but it's not horrible. You're going to have to do some work on a few parts of it to get it to look good. That's it. Okay? The photo etch set from Paragraphics, scale 1 to 10, I give it about an 8 or a 9. I didn't use all of it. It came with people. It came with everything you need to do the model. I just didn't use all of it because, well, I didn't need to. What I really didn't use was the gantry tower for loading things into the rocket ship. I could have put it on there, but I don't think it would have worked well. The aftermarket set from TSDS, on a scale of 1 to 10, a 2. The decals are not printed on white decal film, so you have to have a white background to use them. They are out of scale. This thing's 1/350, and a doorway for someone at 1/350 means they're 25 foot tall or 30 foot tall. That's what the decal was for. It just didn't work. Okay? The only thing I used were the backlit screens, like I said. The little models from MRC or MCR, I showed it to you a minute ago. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give them about an 8. They're well detailed. They're put together well. At that size, they're excellent little models. Okay? The people from the Arsenal, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give them a 9 on 1/350. Nope, knock that down to a 7. The reason I give it a 7 is that some of them were ill-formed. While I was painting them, they broke. They're resin, and they're like, like the size of a grain of rice. You can't expect a whole hell of a lot. On the plus side, they're the best 1/350 scale people you're going to get. Everything else is photo etch, and they just don't look right. Not compared to these guys. Okay? They're a bugger to paint because they're so tiny. The C130 at 1/350 scale is fairly well detailed. I wish it came with decals. That would improve that a lot. No decals, but it does come with a photo etch set for the propellers and a few other things. Okay? Everything else on this model was really nice and went together well. It was enjoyable. I did enjoy working on this. Enjoyed it quite a bit. Okay? Would I do it again? Only if someone pays me really well. I will say that. I mean, really well. Would I build something like that again? Yeah, I got a Royal Castle Nischwan or Nischenstein, whatever it is. I would love to give that this treatment. Because I don't know what scale that castle is in. I'm looking right at it. It's 1/220 scale. So it's a larger scale than this. And street lights and stuff like that in there would look really good at that scale. I could light that castle up so it was a beautiful thing. And I know it. And I'm just looking at it and just, should I? It's on my wish list. My wife wants to build it too. Okay. So overall on this thing, I give it about an 8 out of 10. It was enjoyable. It was fun. The kit has its flaws. They fix those flaws, I'd give it a good solid 9. And the flaws are kind of minor. It's just the rocket itself. Some of the seams don't line up well. Some of the panel lines don't line up well. They could fix that. I mean, if they'd fixed that, it'd have been very nice. Okay? The outbuildings are good. Very little trouble on the outbuildings. They went together well and look good and look the part. Overall, the design looks the part. It looks a military base right out of the box, and that's the important part. So, let me quit rambling. Let me cut the lights off in here. I'm going to stop recording until I get that done. And we're going to do some night shots of this thing and just finish it up. Alright, night flyover time. This lamp, again, it's fussy. I can get it to come on sometimes and it'll stay on for a while. And sometimes you just don't want to. And that's because that LED is the one that burned out. We got our little people down here. That looks like there's some activity going on there, and that's what I was going for. C130, you can see its position lights are there. The green one seems to be brighter than the red one. I don't know why, but it does. It's just the nature of the light. Our eyes pick up the green better than the red. The runway markings are good. This is just perfect right there. The two little guys arguing at the benches just outside the door. The street lights look excellent from up here. I mean, if I pull this up enough, it almost looks like you're flying over it. The engines look good. I like how the spotlights light up the Mercury 9. They light it up really well. Okay. I just can't believe that quit working. And the only thing that could happen there is something burned up in there. Because it's not a power issue. If it's a power issue, these wouldn't work. At least it's glowing red, so unless someone really looks, they won't even notice it. Okay. Little tank, little people. I really do like how this came out. It was a pleasure to work on. It was enjoyable. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me build it. Okay. Up next. Up next. Well, I think I've said this already once or twice, but the next video you're going to see along these lines will be the Mercury Cruiser at 1/2025 scale. Yeah, 2930 scale. 1/2030 scale. So this thing wouldn't even be able to get the tip of the fin in here if it was a 1/350 scale. But that's what's up next. It's near done too. So when it's done, we get the Millennium Falcon out. I know a bunch of you are waiting for that. So I'm going to put this away. I'm going to put Mercury 9 up on the shelf until I can figure out some way of protecting it and locking it down so Thunderpaws doesn't pull a Catzilla on it, because you know he wants to. And I will talk to all of you later. And again, I hope you enjoyed this.